All right. All right. So I guess I'm just going to do some high pixel for this stream. This is, I know, kind of like random, out of the blue, out of the nowhere. Um I'll be honest. I kind of miss Minecraft YouTubers. And it's kind of funny because we live in like such a weird time now to where like Minecraft YouTuber is like associated with like bad things, which I really think that is internet brain kind of stuff. Like that's very weird. Just in general, like people who say that or associate the two, that is very odd. I will be honest. Me personally, I don't really dedicate or focus my content on Minecraft YouTube, but dude, I would have loved to have made millions of dollars, you know? Trust me, I would have loved to have made millions of dollars entertaining and teaching people things. Every single Minecraft YouTuber that we had in this last wave of Minecraft, all they did was taught us things. Like, they were teaching us about theater. I remember, like, not knowing much about theater. They taught us about theater. And the thing is, they a lot of them kind of taught me about, like, marketing and stuff. Like, me looking at like how they do things, like I'm not gonna say like flat out like, oh, it's kind of like a white thing or whatever, but I'm not gonna front. A lot of them use their own experience to make money off of people like themselves, and it's crazy to think that that was what they were doing all along, but that's what they were doing all along. And when you look at it, it's like, wow, these kids were marketing geniuses. And they understood this stuff really early on. You have to really think about how crazy that is, because a lot of them were learning as they went. That's insane. Now, I will say a good amount of them now kind of weird me out a little. Like, yeah, some of them make me a little uncomfortable, I will say. But like I said, that wouldn't have been my problem. My goal was to make some money. My entire thing was I wanted to be invited into one of these like organizations so that I can personally uplift my community, people like me. I wanted to be a part of the SMP simply because I was like, oh wow, like they could use somebody like me in this kind of place, that somebody that somewhat fits the archetype of like what everybody else looks like and is in this group, which it was a bunch of, let's be honest, it was a bunch of guys that were like twinkish, let's be 100%. Thing is, it would have been random to just have somebody join the SMP, like, you know, like some deep voice like black man just joins SMP, doesn't even fit the aesthetic or anything. I would have been so perfect for that aesthetic. And I'll be so real. I'm thinking about just making my own SMP and like inviting a bunch of people who are black to it and just doing it kind of like that. We don't have to be a boy band. I don't have to be a token. And so yeah, that was kind of just one of those things. Like back then I used to think about that. I was like, oh wow. I was like, imagine I get involved in this SMP. I like, dude, it's Hamilton. The Hamilton play. Like, do you see how many people in that play were like people of color? Like, what the hell? Like what is going on? They didn't have like one. Like, we're talking about the Hamilton play, the one that's on like streaming services. If I can prove that I never broke the law, would you promise not to tell another soul what you saw? That's the whole thing that we're doing? Like, bro, what? I would have been perfect for it. And that's the thing. I'm like 100% like aware of that. Thing is that that version of Minecraft YouTube is dead, and it's because all of them killed it. It wouldn't have been dead if they didn't kill it. They killed it. And it's another case scenario of like people who get money or got money sort of like using their money and then pulling the ladder up. You know? What in the world? But yeah, man. Basically, sorry, a spider in the house. Random. Basically, what I'm saying right now is I miss that old era of YouTube. And even because, like, back then it was just a different time. I remember having, like, Discord friends and, like, playing things like, I used to play, like, Ponytown and have Discord friends and stuff back then. And, yeah, I'd let them all go. Sort of just let it go. Hold up, y'all. It's like only when you start recording or streaming or something, like people will start to just make a lot of noise. It is so random, bro. Like you cannot make that up. Like I literally will try to like do a video and like they'll start cutting the grass or something. It's the weirdest thing, bro. Like it's so odd. Like I understand why like so many YouTubers say that kind of stuff, and it's not a joke. That's like real random like interruptions. And it's like, yeah, the world's not revolved around me, but like, dude, what is going on? Because it's like in this moment, it don't feel great. It don't feel great. But no, man, I do miss that era of YouTube because I want it to be a part of it because I had a lot to bring to it. And I think that's one of those things that I felt like it was over way too soon. And like I said, it felt like one of those things of like people pulling up the ladder before like anybody else was able to enjoy like getting popular, getting famous like that. It's like they knew, they were like, oh, this time's coming to an end, we gotta get some allegations in here, we gotta destroy it all, let's pull the ladder up. That's what it felt like. I promise you, it's weird, bro. I'm not saying it's a conspiracy, but it feels like it, though. Feels like it. It feels like it. And I'm telling you, it's not the first time that it's happened. And I don't know if it'll be the last. Because even with, like, the whole, like, AMP thing, even for, like, the streamers, like, the black streamers, even right now, it's like they kind of did the same thing. They're like, oh, well, I'm leaving this now, y'all. I'm about to learn how to read. And it's like, what is going on, man? Like, dude. It's so odd, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Like, that's the thing. I would have loved to be a part of that, too. I would bring so much to that. And I didn't get to. It's like feeling like it's not even the fear of missing out or feeling left out or any of those things. It's more so just the idea of like, okay, what is happening in the literal sense? Let's say it right now. What is happening in the literal sense? You're not invited. You weren't invited. And so it's like, because you weren't invited, you got to make your own thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm perfectly fine with making my own thing. It just sucks that like, in general, like it could have been like it could have been better, you know? And I feel like the Minecraft thing especially was really trash. I feel like that should have been so much better than what it was. And that's another thing, is like I never got to meet Quackity, bro. Quackity was friends with like this guy that I used to watch his videos. He was a very small channel, and I used to watch his videos and comment and stuff. And it wasn't like a parasocial thing. It was literally, he played like Toontown. Quackity played Toontown. That's how I found out about Quackity. But then I found out later on that Quackity worked with like Leafy or whatever, and it was like a whole thing. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. That's cool, because I didn't know that. But this guy's cool, and he's also like, he's a Spanish speaking guy. So I'm like, that's also awesome, because like he's in there. And I was kind of thinking about it a lot. And now I'm starting to think about it. And I'm like, I wonder if there's a place in those, you know, streams now for me. But I'm not fluent in Spanish, bro. I can speak, but not fluent in Spanish, man. And I heard that it doesn't matter. Now, I heard it doesn't matter. But the thing is, I don't even have the clout right now. I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, clout, Joel, clout. But, like, generally speaking, dude, I don't got that. Like, honestly, yes, I do. I think I downplay the amount of, like, followers that I have on Instagram. I have enough followers to get connections these days. I think that I don't feel like I do, but I definitely do. And, like, in general, my influence in general on, like, Instagram, I feel like is pretty up there now. It's just the fact that, like, I would have to ask them specifically. I'd have to be like, oh, Rachel, I need every last one of y'all to go and spam XYZ right now. Please. Please. I would have to say that, and then they would go do it, and then I would get into, like, some sort of an org or a group. But that's the thing, though. Do I really want to do that? That's how I think about it now. Because when these things fall down, it's like, who are you friends with? Who were you friends with? Now, I could not imagine what it had to feel like for someone like Tommy in it to lose his friends the way he did. Because the whole, like, the really, I don't even know if you can call that drama. The problem with, like, Wilbur Soot was really, like, personal relationship stuff. That was, like, personal relationship stuff coming to the internet. That kind of thing, I don't know, man. That was personal relationship stuff that came to the internet. You can't really call that drama or, like, anything else, really. It wasn't, like, it wasn't even a literal, like, it wasn't a literal Me Too situation. There wasn't much else to that situation that you could really be like, yeah, nah, it just is and was what it was then. That's all I can really say about it. And that's what's sad about it. I miss just watching streams where, like, somebody like Dream or somebody, like, just in general, bro, they would jump on stream and then people would just be like, oh my gosh, stream, guys, everybody's on stream, guys, woo! And it would be just so nice. Thing is, I wasn't a part of it. I never was. I always separated myself. Why? Because I didn't feel like it represented me. I wanted my version of what that culture was to be represented in the culture. That's why I wanted to be a part of it over watching it and enjoying it from an outside perspective. I only really started to watch Dream SMP stuff after, like, I don't know, after, like, Wilbur Soot and Quackity start hanging out. That was when I joined in, because I remember listening to the songs. And it was because everybody in their group were hyping it up. I don't know if they were all getting a percentage or why they were doing it, or if they're saying, like, oh, it's friend stuff. I don't know what it was. But, yeah, man, like, that happened. It's crazy, because I don't really know what to say about it. But it definitely hurts that that's done now. It's gone. I'll tell you, like, my exposure to it all was, of course, Minecraft, obviously. But back then, I wasn't even really watching YouTube a lot. Back then, during that time, I was actually not watching YouTube a lot, actually. I don't even think I don't remember what the hell I was watching at that time. I don't think I was watching anything. No, I wasn't watching anything. I was too focused on schooling. I went back to school to do my schooling and stuff around that time, and I was only focused and fixated on that. But whenever I played Ponytown so that I could conversate with humans and feel like a normal person for once and make some friends, that was the only time where I heard people talk about it. And I'm telling you, I remember talking to, like, this group of friends one time on Discord years ago when I even used the damn app. I was talking to, like, this group of friends, and they were just like talking about the new Wilbur Soot song. And I promise you, I think it was that one where like, I don't know if it was your new boyfriend or what. It was one of those. And the other guy was in there, and he was like, yeah, I like, yeah, it's a good song or whatever. And I'm just like, these people are just so, like, I was just like, they're just so milk. And I feel like I can say that because as a person that's me, as a person that's who I am, like, I'm like milk chocolate. I can say these people are milk. They're literal milk, like plain milk. Like I'm milk chocolate. I'm like milk down chocolate. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, this isn't I have permission to say these. I don't care what anybody says. My granddad. I have a white granddad. A milk granddad, y'all. So I don't care, bro. I'm gonna say whatever the hell I want to say. It was just not for me, bro. I was like, this is just not like me, bro. I was like, I didn't come from this. This is just, ugh. And I just couldn't embrace it. I was just like, what the hell is this dude talking about? I'm like, I'm listening to like his music. It's like, your new boyfriend's a yo. And I'm like, dude, what is this? I was just in such like disbelief that this was real, and this girl was singing it. She was sitting there just singing it, and I'm just like, huh. You know the craziest part? I was making music at that time too. I didn't tell them about my music at all. I remember like, I think I remember at one point saying something about it, and I was like, you wouldn't like it. I was like, I don't really think you would like it. It wouldn't make much sense to you. And also at the time, my music wasn't the best, and I was still very new to posting it too. But like, I'm like, dude, if what you like to hear is the internet ruined me, if that's what you enjoy, I'm like, dude, you're not gonna enjoy what I got going on, because I was not making songs like that. I understood exactly what that dude Wilbur was doing, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna go for a more realistic approach, and I'm gonna just be myself, and I'm not gonna like depend, you know, I'm not gonna be dependent on what's happening in the world or what the internet feels like, or I didn't want to be dependent. And so I didn't go that route of being dependent. I went my own route, made my own music, and I feel like my music stands on, you know, I feel like my music stands on me and what I believe in. It stands on my belief systems and things like that. I'm not just gonna make a song and say something so damning like, the internet ruined me, and then like he got canceled like later on. So it's like, bro, you gotta think at one point, that's kind of, you know, you manifested that. You were trying to make money, but you manifested a cancellation. That's creepy. That's creepy. That's creepy, bro. I'm not even trying to be funny with that. I don't know what else to say about it. But, yeah, that's creepy, dude. Don't manifest bad things, especially through songs. I feel like that kind of stuff, it takes a toll. I definitely think it takes a toll after a while. You gotta really think about it. Like, bro, like, y'all were manifesting everything. He was the only person that said the internet ruined him. And this is the funniest and craziest thing. Dream said that he feels like everybody only hates him because he played the bad guy in the SMP. And I'll say this right now. No, that is not the reason. But you did manifest that idea. I'm being so serious when I say that. He manifested the idea. Whatever you focus on, that kind of energy just returns to you. And that's kind of how it is. Like, do I miss like being able to watch like YouTubers that just played a boring little game? And most majority of what those dudes did was just sit around and talk and build. That was awesome because it was low quality content that can be replicated. Matter of fact, any of us could have done it. Like, I even started to do it. Because I was like, oh man, we can do that. I was gonna start doing it, but I didn't have a PC yet, so I just didn't do it. I remember, like, I tried to like do some little like Minecraft recordings on like my Xbox at the time through Twitch, because you can do that, stream straight through Twitch, Xbox and stuff, whatever. I started to do that, but then I was like, nah, this doesn't feel authentic. It's not PC. It's not going to hit the same, and I can't even get invited to the real deal because nobody's going to switch over to, like, Pocket Edition or, you know, Xbox Edition for me. Like, it's just, dude, that's silly. It's like, at that point, I need to get the real thing. I need to get the real deal. I guess I was a bit late to that, but, you know, it comes in waves, so it's one of those things to where it's like you build on it, you build upon it. Like, being a Minecraft YouTuber in general is one of those things. It comes from like individuality and building a big serious SMP. It comes from having like a bunch of fans from individual and like people from individual places, individual people and individuals. So the reason that was so good and it was so famous and so popular was because they all start collabing like how they did. It wasn't famous because it's like, oh yeah, man, Wilbur Soot, woo! Wilbur Soot just brings all the money. No. That dude Wilbur Soot was on the come up, yes. And I'm not even gonna front. I had a friend tell me something about Wilbur Soot. He was like, I wish he never joined the SMP because he became kind of a theater kid after he did it. He said Wilbur Soot was actually like on his way to being like actually famous until he joined the Dream SMP. And I was like, what? And because I'm listening to the guy, I'm like, what are you talking about, man? Like, I'm like listening to the dude, and he's like, yeah, he was like actually, he was going the right direction. And I'm starting to look at this guy's old music and stuff, and this was way before the cancellations of Wilbur and all of that. And so at the time, I'm like listening to this friend say all this stuff, and I'm like, what? I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, this is insane. Like, I'm looking at his old videos. He's like in his room or whatever, and he's doing XYZ, and it's like a crazy time. And I'm looking at it, and he's like playing guitar. He's singing and stuff, and he's doing a good job on his solo tour. Like, I don't even think he did like an actual solo tour, but like what I'm saying is, while he was soloing, he was doing a good job, but he also had like a band to the side, and I was like, what the hell is this? It kind of shocked me. So when he released the song Taunt, that was the first song that hit me, because I had friends that were like, yeah, this is good music and stuff. Bro, like, man, I had some friends that like just had awful girlfriends that liked the Dream SMP. Like, I just don't even need to get into it, but like, yikes, bro. First person I was talking about was red hair guy, and second person I was talking about was polling guy. Just in case I want to remember that for myself personally, because I know I'm gonna probably look back at this one day and be like, who the hell was I talking about when? If I forget, because I'm getting it out of my system right now, so I'm probably not going to be thinking about it too much. Whatever. Basically, it's insane, because I'm not going to go into it anymore for y'all. It's just crazy, because, like, Taunt was better than the other songs he'd released. The Internet Ruined Me song was, like I said, it's something I wouldn't make, you know? I wouldn't make it, because I just don't think that there's a reason to make it. That's why most of my songs are like very vague. Like the song Dancing Like a Fawn. Oh, Sorry, I'm just looking at some of my old like stuff. It's crazy because it's recommending me songs that like would have been made back then around that time. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. That's so sad. Oh. It's insane because like generally that is so cool. Sorry, I'm looking at my old music now. In general, Taunt was actually one of the best songs I think I've heard from Wilburset. The Rob song in recent years, I'll say is nice. He did his thing with it, but for the most part, I don't know what to say about the guy anymore. Because I'm telling you, those allegations and stuff, they seemed planned more than anything. Because, in my opinion, these people are not dumb. These people are smart. The stuff that he allegedly did was bad enough to be like, whoa, let's cancel this guy. But it was not that bad enough for people to be like, you're irredeemable. You know what I mean? I don't know. What the hell? Tuv is doing Spanish only?
Spanish stream. I'm only going to speak Spanish for this stream. There are some words that I don't know how to say, but I'll try my best. If you don't know, I'm Mexican.
What the hell is Tuv doing? Bro, why is it auto-dubbed?
My first Spanish stream.
I don't like that. That's gross. Turn it off.
I'm only going to speak Spanish for this stream. There are some words that I don't know how to say, but I'll try my best. If you don't know,
nah, this nasty boy.
Mexican, and Guatemalan. So I've spoken Spanish my whole life, but I've never made any internet content in Spanish. In Spanish.
Bro, why is it still like that? That is so weird.
Wait. I don't want to speak any English. No English. No English words. Nothing. Spanish. Spanish. So what are we gonna do today? What are we gonna do today?
Bro.
My
No, bro. It makes you sound so okay. That's crazy. It auto-dubbed this guy. Tuv got auto-dubbed. That's weird. That's weird. I can never unhear that. Well, yeah, man. It's just so crazy. I'm gonna do with what the Minecraft YouTubers do to end it off right now. Hold on. Let's see. Nintendo music Wii era. This is what every Minecraft YouTuber used to do. I could just hear their voices right now. Just, all right, everybody, welcome back to my stream. Even J Slap, what do you say? How does he do that? Wait, hold on. How do you do that voice? Like, hey guys, hey, all right, guys. I don't know his accent, bro. I'm sorry, I can't do that. Hey everybody, my name is J Slat, and today we're gonna be reacting to whatever stupid y'all want to show to me. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know his accent. If I knew his accent, it'd be easier, but I don't know it. That's funny as hell. It's insane, cause like now they really used to do that. Like I said, I would have loved to be a part of like that era of YouTube. like I said, I just wasn't there. It would have been a vibe from my end, bro. Like, I would have kept y'all good, you know. I would have kept y'all straight. I would have kept y'all healthy. And I don't mean in a homophobic way. I'd have kept y'all straight, as in we would have been good over here. We wouldn't have had no problems. Whoa. We wouldn't have had no problems over here, man. I'll be honest with y'all. I would have kept y'all healthy. I would have kept y'all right. I'm not even a Twitch streamer. I don't trust Twitch. I never have. That's one reason why I was also not doing it. Because I'm telling you, back then I probably could have. If I would have, like, broke into the whole, like, scene better and, like, kept my friends from back then and just hung out with them and just, you know, did all that, we would have been good. But I had to, like, separate from all that. I just saw too much chaos and I got out of there. Just like most people that was in it, you know? Like, I saw it in the friend groups based around those things. I was like, oh, these people are weird. And I was like, yeah, I think I need to separate myself. And I sort of just got away from it. But that's not really the point. I do miss... Here, I'm going to say fit with this guy. There you go. Crazy work. But yeah, no, I would have definitely, like, you know, loved that, but I don't know. I might replicate it, to be honest. I'm telling you, I've been thinking about it. Because, like, that's the thing. Like, I could say, like, oh, I want to do it, but, like, with brown people, like, when Quackity said he wanted to do that, Quackity never really said it verbally, but he did it. And every single person that was Milk in that last group, they got mad about that. And especially Dream got weird about it. It's like, bro, maybe you're just not invited, bro. Like, maybe it's just how that's how it is, bro. Because everybody in that community, like all of those Hispanic people that were there supporting Quackity, they didn't even feel like at home a lot of the time in those streams. And I feel like Quackity also kind of felt like he what's the word for it? He probably felt like he disenfranchised his own, like, Hispanic heritage despite him being Mexican. You know? And that's one of those things to where I don't want to ever get to a point to where, like, I'm, like, doing stuff like that. But he couldn't say that out loud. So he was just like, alright, let's just do PR. He was like, let's play PR game. Me personally, I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna be real with it. It's like they added him to be token, and he wasn't token enough for them. And I'm sure there were times where he felt like he wasn't token enough for them, and so he was just starting to be like, okay, yeah, I gotta get out of here. These dudes are not it. And he was like, I'm gonna go make my own thing, and he made his own thing. Wilbur was almost invited, though, you know, that would have been fun, and that was a vibes thing. That was literally because they just vibed together. Wilbur was one of those dudes, like, you could tell he was, like, really hard working, and he just really wanted to, like, just do good. He just really wanted to do good. And I think that was the one thing that was, like, the most insane about everything that happened with him. It was just like what, like, can we really trust the merit of this? Because it's like, he doesn't really give me a bad vibe, and a lot of those other dudes gave me bad vibes, and especially some of the ones that did get in trouble for some things. They got in trouble for some things. Is this dude talking to me? I don't understand. But yeah, man. Basically, this is, you know, this is the BayBahia channel. That's the thing. I do want to become, like, fluent in Spanish. That dude said he spoke Spanish his whole life, but he's never watched content in Spanish. Why not? That's weird, bro. That's one of those things, like, that's a very odd thing to say. Because, like, that's like if I jumped on here and said, I've never watched like black YouTubers or something. That's odd. Why not? Like I've been around people who were black all my life, but I've never watched them before. What? Tell, that's weird. I just processed. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be real with you. I even kind of talked about this a few times on stream, to where I was like, I think there needs to be more like Hispanic YouTubers, and I'm talking about like popular up there YouTubers that just straight up speak Spanish like in videos all the time. Like I remember I found this one channel. This dude, like, he does like horror games, and he'll speak in like English until he gets jump scared, and he'll just start saying things in Spanish. It's like the funniest thing to me, because like most majority of the time you're gonna know what he's saying, because like, you know, people know the cuss words, people know like the stupid things to say, or even like the inappropriate stuff. But he would just like say full on sentences after getting jump scared like in Spanish. It would be the funniest thing. That was like a really fun channel to watch. But yeah, no, you don't see that often though. It's weird, bro. You don't see it that often. And I definitely think that YouTube needs more of that kind of stuff. I mean, PewDiePie did it. Not a single one of us understood what the hell he was saying. That dude was speaking a whole different language that nobody even really cared about back then. Like, I don't think anyone was really thinking, like, sitting back going, man, I gotta learn whatever languages they speak around Sweden. Like, no one knew what "Jävlar really meant. No one knew what that meant. I still remember that to this day. He used to always say that. I don't know if I said it right, but I know that he used to say that every jump scare. This dude went to his native tongue. He was getting scared so bad. I have had moments like that, to where I've gotten jump scared so hard that like I have said words that I don't even just say like that, bro. Like, I'm being so serious. I don't even say them like on a day-to-day. Like, I promise you, I don't, you know, I've cussed in black a few times. I've black American cussed a few times after getting jump scared in some horror games. One reason I don't play horror games anymore is actually because of how terrifying they are to me right now. Like, literally just like a little bit ago, I was watching like Invincible, and watching that scene, the second fight, Mark and Conquest, that scene made me so uncomfortable. I had to like literally skip past it, because like stuff like that, like gore and like all that crazy stuff, bro, it's horror to me, and I have a hard time with horror. I tried to play like that one FNAF game with the women, the FNAF women game, whatever the hell it's called, Fap Nights, and it was scaring me genuinely. Like, I was getting jump scared every time they caught me, and I would bust out laughing, because I'm like, dude, why am I getting scared? Like, why is that scaring me? But it did. Yeah, some things just aren't for me anymore. Some things are just not for me anymore, team. And that's how I look at it. So, yeah. I had a really fun time playing Animal Crossing, though. Those Animal Crossing streams were really fun. I just hate that, like, people were so weird in them. Like, I feel like every time I did an Animal Crossing stream, and I might put them back public, but it's just, people were so weird in them. Like, every single stream, it's like it's like my audience was a group of like 7 like autistic people. And there's nothing, it's not because they're autistic. I was like, oh, it's bad because of that. No, it's just, they had really weird hyperfixations, and it made the stream so uncomfortable for me. And I feel like that's how lolcows get created, is because like they have like an audience that hyperfixates and has a bit of autism, and then if the content creator also has like a bit of autism, it kind of just starts to blend, and it creates a nasty environment. And then the guy, like the main guy that's making the content's like dependent on their money, and it's just weird, man. I feel like that's how bad stuff happens, you know? That's kind of my take on the matter, though. So yeah, that's what I would say. But I don't know. I'm not like, yeah. I've seen like the whole low tier god thing going down, and I haven't seen like the Christian stuff. I don't follow that stuff, but like I've seen the communities behind it, and I'm like, I know what they look like and I know what they sound like, and if I'm honest, I don't want fans like that, to be honest, because that's the thing, those are fans. It's just disturbing. I don't know what to say. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on the internet, bro. But yeah, SMP coming soon. Should we start SMP? I'm thinking about starting an SMP. I've been like, it's just been in the works, but yeah, it's just one of those things. I don't know what in the world they're talking about in the chat. I don't know this guy. He just keeps talking about fish, but he doesn't say it like fish. He says fish. That dude crazy. Yeah, well, I log off now. That's enough fit for me. I said I'd log off now. I said that's enough fit for me. I love you all. A guy really said that one time. I cannot believe the dude said that to me. That's it for now. Dude, one thing I'll say, never get too involved in live streams or what people are saying in chat. Like, enjoy that there are people watching, but at the same time, do not feel like you're forced to entertain them, because you're not. If they leave, they leave. That means they didn't really want to be there. So don't try to like force them to stick around. That's like one thing that I've learned about live streaming, bro. Like, never try to like, don't ever dance for somebody's like validation on a stream, bro. Like, it's just, I promise you, I see so many streamers do that and they try to be like, oh, I'm lit, dude. No, don't do that. It's not even worth it. I'd rather like live stream Monster Hunter games and just chill and not think about any of that. And the reason I say Monster Hunter games, because that game is grinding, dude. Alright, that's it. Start with world. That's my thing. Start with world. You'll love it with or without the DLC. Trust me. Alright, y'all. Also knows I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Yeah. But yeah, I do miss Minecraft streamers. And YouTubers.